Wow, what a night. Networking last night, met a bunch of people, met an insurance guy, met an accountant, met a financial guy, met a mortgage broker, met a guy looking for a job, met a lot of people, 15, 20 people. Very powerful meeting, very happy that happened. But today is a new day. Today is your day. Today's the day that you're going to walk out, you're going to meet people, you're going to be talking to people, you're going to be not just mediocre. Because you know what mediocre people do? That's the average of America. You know what extraordinary people do? They go after it. They don't let anybody take it away. That's all they think about. As Patrick says all the time to me, you have to be obsessed. You have to be obsessed for whatever you want. Now, I was just listening to Think and Grow Rich today when I was getting dressed. And what are your riches? See, riches is what you want. What are you looking for? I pulled out of my driveway today at 5:30, okay? And there was a guy in the way, a car in the way, running. And I didn't know what the guy was. Like, I was like, what's this guy doing? Like, is he trying to, like, look at my house? So I back up my car, and I realize he's the Poughkeepsie Journal delivery guy. Delivering the newspaper at 4 o'clock, 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning to 300 houses for $300 a week. With gas and maintenance and everything else, you're not making a lot of money, period. You think he's looking for other ways of making money? Exactly. So you know what I did? I backed my car up, and he took off. What did I do? I didn't just say, bye-bye. You know, he's running away from me. He don't want to talk to me. Forget about it. I followed him around town for like 10, 15 minutes to the point that I felt like I was stalking him. I guess I was stalking him. He wouldn't pull over. I got to him at a light, and I said, hey, beep, beep, hey. As Grant Cardone says, beep, beep, hey, you got my money? I didn't say that. No, I said, listen, let me ask you a question. Do you look for other ways of making money besides delivering a newspaper 4 o'clock in the morning, 30 days a month, every day of the month, no time off? Are you looking? Of course I'm looking. Why? What do you got? I'm expanding a cyber business, cyber security, and energy business in this area. I have a team in Dallas, Texas. I have a team here in New York. I'm back here in New York looking for some key people that want to expand a business. Are you hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry. I did Amway before. You did Amway before. Why'd you do Amway? I like the extra money. Good. Let's sit and talk. Let's sit and talk. When is a good time to talk about you and your future? You and your future, not my future. I can care less about my future at this time. What can I do to sit down with you and get to talk to you about your future? And he says, what did he say? Thursday morning early, because he delivers a newspaper. I'm going to meet him at 4 o'clock. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to meet him at 4 o'clock at the diner. And we're going to talk. And it comes to find out, he lives right down the street. So I text him. I said, hey, Howard, great to meet you this morning. I know it's kind of weird, but listen, you must be hungry delivering a newspaper. He goes, I am completely hungry. I'm in a spot in my life that I need to make some money. I'm really, 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 really appreciate you stopping me and doing what you did. I look forward to talking to you. And I sent the picture on my website. So he knows I'm not some like clown, you know what I mean? Like I'm a legit person with a license and, all that stuff. So it was great. You know what? That made me feel good. The guy, I'm backing my car up. And I don't even care if he signs up. I'm just proud that I talked to him. I'm not usually that aggressive. As soon as I back up the driveway and I'm driving around town, chasing this guy around. So the question I want to ask you this morning, guys, because whoever's listening to this, because only my team members that listen to this, that's it. See, I'm not here to help everybody, okay? I'm here to, help my team. Again, I am here to help everybody, okay? I want to help everybody. But I also don't want to give out some golden nuggets and watch you guys do what you got to do. Okay. So how bad do you want it? What are you doing to recruit? Are you talking to anything and anybody? Are you getting on a train tonight at 5 o'clock from, the city? I got a guy coming from the city, Javon Dudley. He's coming from Poughkeepsie. He's taking a train down to New York City. He's going to an event in New York City with 150 people attending this event. What am I doing? I'm taking care of some business down here in New Rochelle. I'm going to be free here at like maybe 3:30. I'm going to jump on the Larchmont train. I'm going to go into Grand Central. I'm going to go to that meeting and meet my team member, champion, and then we're going to do some recruiting. The only reason why I'm going to this event is to meet people. That's it. Why? Because I want to be a regional director, regional vice president, senior vice president. There's no questions about it. There's not even any. I've been through so much in my life with the past 2-3 years. There's nothing going to stop me. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you want to do. I don't care where you're going. I don't care. I know what I want, and I want to help people find their way. And I'm looking for a leader. See, every time I have a PBR, every time I sit down with one-on-one, every time I ask somebody if they're looking for other ways of making money, I'm looking for a Harsh Patel. I'm looking for a Mike Mazer. I'm looking for a Patrick Mazer. See, I'm looking for leaders everywhere I go. And sometimes you got to build a business where you got to think outside the box. Sometimes you got to just stop and build a relationship. And that's the key. Build that relationship. Get to know them. Talk to them. Get them to like you, know you, trust you, and build that, talk about them. My regional vice president, Harsh Patel, always says to me, build that relationship. Don't talk about anything about the business until you know about their family, their dreams, their desires, their father, their mother, where they work, where they went to school, what they drive, what they like. You know what I mean? Let them talk. Let them talk. Sometimes you're going to talk about things you don't want to talk about. That's not in your repertoire, whatever it's called, right? You don't want to talk about it, right? It's just not cool to talk about that stuff, right? But guess what? Let them talk. See, that's my hardest thing. And I'm learning, I'm learning. I built this business in New York. I built a little business in New York, and then I went to Florida. Florida, listen, Florida people, they're half retired down there, okay? Semi-retired into La La Land. There's not a lot of people making money down there. There's no energy down there. There's no gas down there. And there's not a lot of network marketers down there. And there's no training down there. There's one training. That's it. Dallas, Texas, I worked with Mike Mazer. I worked with Harsh Patel directly next to them. I lived about 20 minutes from them. And I learned a lot in that year. And some of it was not easy. Some of it was really hard to listen to, to change my ways and my thinking. And I had some heart-to-heart talks with Mike Mazer. Some of them I went home and started talking to myself. But that's what I needed. And then when I came back home to New York for family purposes, I realized I don't want to sit in the bar and talk to my friends about the same stories, about the same weather, about the same time, at the same subject. I don't care about the weather. I don't care about the politics. I don't care. I care about my future. The time is limited. Time is limited. Realize that. You got to work on you. You got to get stronger, and you're looking for a leader. I want to thank you for listening to this call. You're all leaders. I'm so excited for your future. We just signed up some key people just recently, and they're going to help some other people, and they're fired up. And you can just tell. You can just tell when you're talking to those people who has it, who doesn't, who wants it, who's willing to put the work in, who's willing to go the extra mile. See, Mike Mazer told me one time, Michael, I like it when training's far away. I love it. I actually prefer training to be 100 miles away. I go, why? And he said, because I find out who the leaders are. I find out who wants it and who doesn't. And the ones that show up are the ones you work with because they're willing to drive the miles. If they're willing to do the 100-mile meeting, they're willing to do a PBR somewhere else. See, I watched Harsh Patel, okay? I watched it all, okay? Go to Texas and not know anybody and talk to strangers, talk to people at mailboxes. And this is true stories. Talk to people at mailboxes, talk to people and grow businesses, and people quit and people this and all their stuff. Everything got a lot of stuff going on, right? Then from there, he built a team and, he met a guy that did an alarm, that does alarms, and he built a team. And then he whatever went through. And then another guy came in and he was down in Houston, Texas, which is 2 hours away. He went down there, met one guy. He says, oh, I know somebody. That's in Paris, Texas. You know what Paris, Texas is? That's like from Poughkeepsie. That's like New York City to Albany, okay? Like that's how far it is. He went from Houston to Paris, Texas. And there he pulled out maybe 100 people. He met about 100 people, found some leaders there. See, the key to this business is walk into a town that knows nobody and there's no ACN. Find a leader and then grow that. Grow that person, right? And then that person will help you grow and build that business in that area because he knows a lot of people, Then I watched him just recently talk to an insurance agent. He called me. I need you to talk to this insurance agent. For what, Harsh? For what? Just talk to her, get to know her a little bit. I'm gonna get to know her a little bit, and she's gonna give me some key people. See, Mike Patrick Meza says all the time, in 30 days, if you do not get them a recruit, they will quit. I'm watching it happen. In 30 days, if you don't pick up that phone, if you don't reach out to them, if you don't help them, if you don't show them the way, you're the leader. You're the leader, not them. They're a brand new baby, just came out of the hospital. They were just born. They don't know how to walk. They don't know how to talk. They don't know what's going on. They want a leader. Just like school, just like when your parents say you got to get a job, you got to go to school, got to go to college, got to work for 40 years, you got to retire after 40 years and have nothing, maybe half the pension. And that's not even existing anymore. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you. Make it a great day. There's no reason to sleep. Harsh says, why are you sleeping? You're broke. You got to get up. You got to make it happen. Okay? Guy walked in the meeting last night. He says, Mike, I don't know why I'm here. I have no job. And I just know that I got to go out. I said, listen,